Hi my guys, so I'm just going to quickly show you what I bought. I've nipped out to M&S and Asda very quickly. Watermelon pack slid off the side onto the floor, so I've got to be careful I don't run it over. But yeah, Marks and Spencer's, I went in because I wanted to just see what they had in the way of salady bits. And whilst I was in there, they had two of these in their fridge. I had to get someone to get it down because all their vegan stuff, I mean the majority of them, in the chillers and freezers and in the, longer cupboard shelf bits are all on the top shelf. And one of the ladies that helped reach these down, she says she's going to make a complaint about it to her section manager and the manager and see what can be done, she says, because, yeah, she says it's not fair. Everything is high up and out the way. Sandwiches, it's just annoying. I said it's annoying as it is that the vegan stuff has been moved from a section on their own, where I could just go in, reach what I needed and go again. But I said now it's even worse because it's all fridged but high up, and it's okay if you've got your legs and your stand and stuff, but when you're in a chair, everything's hard enough to reach as it is without more shit being in the way. Never been able to reach one of these, but I managed to have, one was just enough sticking up on the shelf, so I was able to grab it from the bottom and yank it down. The garlic and mozzarella flatbread, I've heard really good things on these. I'm going to chuck it in my freezer. I don't know if you can cook it from frozen, can you? Oh, yeah, you can. So you can cook from frozen for 13 minutes. So I'm going to chuck it in the freezer because I'm bound to forget. And you can only eat so much garlic stuff. But yeah, these were the last two on the shelf. So I just got the lady to reach me those down because they're one of the most, thing that people like to buy when they go in there. These, I went down the aisle just by chance. The vegan southern fried chicken burgers. A lot of the stuff is in the chicken section or in the meat, with the sausages and stuff like that, the vegan sausages. I'm really put off with a lot of things because I hate it all surrounded by dead bodies. And these were on a shelf with a couple of vegan stuff either side, so I didn't feel so about it. But I like these, and they were reduced down from £3 to £1.17. So I grabbed what there was. There was three of them, so I thought I'm going to chuck them in the freezer because they freeze really well and they are so tasty. So yeah, I thought I'll grab them at £1.17 for a pack of two, because sometimes I'll have one with a load of salady bits and that, especially as we're now in the spring and it seems to be really lovely weather at the minute. These I love, the orzo and slow roasted tomatoes. Often I'll find them reduced, but at the minute they're on full price. You can get them in this size and you can get a bigger size as well, which is a bit more of a better value if you like, especially if there's more than one of you that eats it. But I just love it, it's gorgeous. I can't remember how much it is, but there's that, and there's a few other salady bits that they do in Marks's that are just amazing. That's another bag gone on the floor. Let's go with the other one. These have just come in, they literally just put them out, and I said to the follower, I says, can you reach me one down, because it's high shelved and I can't reach the freezers. So the Bouja dairy free, it's £5, which is not cheap, but as a treat item. And I tell you something, it tastes exactly like the Haagen-Dazs praline one I used to love buying every now and again before I went vegan. And yeah, it's gorgeous. It's made with cashew nuts. You've got, it's dairy free, but it also does state vegan on the back there. They do in Marx's, they do this one, and they also do the vanilla as well. So when I get paid again, I'm going to go in, I'm going to get a couple of them of each flavour. I know that makes out like £20 for like 4 tubs of ice cream, but at least they'll be in my freezer then, and then I can top up what I've got with other ones. Asda just seems to be absolute crap for vegan ice cream. They do the Swedish glacé and the vegan cornettos, but that's it. And then obviously you've got things that are vegan by ingredient, like the ice lollies of some sorts, you know, not everything, but some things are vegan by ingredient. So I've just thought I'm going to start stockpiling up my big freezer with goodies. So that's the Marks and Spencer side of things. That all in total came to £25. I had some washing up liquid as well, which is vegan and cruelty free, at the back there. And then in Asda I got some grapes, some of these little cucumbers, which I'm absolutely obsessed with. Some jacket potatoes, because I love them as a jacket, or, you know, peeled, and I make homemade chips with them, or I make, what else do I do? Whoops, don't fall. You know, roast potatoes, things like that. Sorry. I've got watermelon slices which are on the floor underneath, just underneath my foot plate. And then I got Cathedral City, which is my absolute favourite vegan cheese. A vegan Kit Kat. These which are vegan, the custard donuts, and a cloth. So there we are. That's my shopping done. So, and that's me sorted out with food until I get paid again on the 14th. I'm slowly getting used to this universal credit thing. Where I worked out at first, I was going to be paid on the Friday before, so next Friday, but they pay you on that date. So the 14th for me fell on the Monday, so I've got to wait a couple of extra days, which isn't a big deal, but when you've got things that you may need to get, like cat litter or pay a care person or whatever, it's a lot. So anyway, it's just something I've just got to get used to. So there we are. So this will tide me over until I get paid again, and then I can work out when to go shopping and stuff again. Right, anyway, I'm going to love and leave. Catch you later. Bye-bye.